Boom, boom, aka laka laka, boom, boom, boom. Wait, wrong franchise. So we're looking now at The Good Dinosaur, and I remember being excited for this movie because the previous Pixar movie was Inside Out. Now, I am aware that this movie was postponed. It was supposed to come out in 2014, but things happened and they moved it to 2015, and 2015 was the first year ever to have two Pixar movies, and this one was not good. I do not like this movie, but before I do talk about why I don't like it, let me backtrack you to 2015 when this movie came out. Now, 2015, I was 16 years old. I had just started my YouTube channel of the Double X Prince back in the day. I used to review wrestling and movies similar to here, and I got to share some of my work with the people at school, and I used to do the news broadcast for my school, and I got to talk about movies. The highlight of this week and stuff like that. And I could have been honest. I could have been about basically. I could say whatever I want as long as I just keep the limitations and expectations from the school. And in 2015, I got to talk about The Good Dinosaur. And I said that the movie was fine, but it was just not the typical Pixar that we know and love that we grew up with back when we had Toy Story, uh, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, and even Inside Out that came out earlier this year. I said that, and people booed me. People hated my guts at school. They're like, oh, you don't get movies, you are too critical, this and that. And to this day, it made me despise this movie. Um, and all I gotta say to this is, I don't get why people love it. Some people do love it, and some people, like me, don't like it. Now, I will give this movie credit. It looks fantastic. The world that they built looks really good. It looks amazing. I do love that it looks realistic. The only problem is that the characters look so cartoony. It just doesn't fit. It kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks weird. But I think up to this point, I got sick and tired of watching dinosaur movies not named Jurassic Park. Um, because I think up to this point, I was just over dinosaur movies. I mean, like I said, Jurassic Park is the only classic dinosaur movie, and then these other movies are just whatever. Even the Disney movie Dinosaur was eh. But I referenced Ice Age before I started the review, and I actually watched all five Ice Age movies, and some are good, some are bad. I'm not counting the Buck spinoff. It was really weird. I didn't even watch it. It looks horrible. Just the animation itself looks awful, so I just didn't even bother to watch that. But you guys get the picture. I like Ice Age way more than I like The Good Dinosaur, and yeah, Dawn of the Dinosaur is probably my favorite animated dinosaur movie. And what is this movie about? Well, it's practically the first Ice Age. Well, first of all, let me just start with how it even begins. It's basically, what if the dinosaurs never got extinct? Literally, there is meteor that's about to hit the Earth, and then it misses, and then they just move on, which was an unnecessary scene, if you ask me. They could have just continued from there on, because that has nothing to do with this movie. Anyways, this guy named Arlo, who is this coward freaking dinosaur, he just complains. He is a crybaby. He is scared all the time. They do have this sad scene with his dad dying, and then him getting lost, and then finding this kid, and they're basically just traveling around. There's no real direction. They don't really even necessarily say like, "Oh, I'm gonna take him home" or something. Like, it's just in a journey where you follow Arlo and Spot, Now, Spot doesn't talk. He is brave, but he doesn't talk. He uses no words, which makes Arlo really pointless because he's just too much of a coward. Like, if you're trying to explain the story of Arlo expressing his emotions and like being brave because of it, it failed at that. They have other characters that were fine, like Butch, which was voiced by Sam Elliott, Steve Zahn's Thunderclap. Those characters were fine. Yeah, this movie is just, I just don't like it. Like, there's no strong messages. We've seen other movies do this concept better. And I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Like, there's no real change from Arlo from when we started to when we ended, outside of, oh, we just miss my dad. And then they accept him. Why? Because they thought he was dead. Like, no, I just do not like this movie. I tried and I don't like it. I love the short that happened at the movie theaters when I saw this. I remembered that day we saw the Pixar short with the superheroes, which was really cool. And then beforehand, we had the Civil War trailer and Star Wars one, I believe. Yeah, yeah, it would have been the Star Wars one. I'll be nice and give it a D plus. That little plus, mainly just for the visuals, but these characters I don't like. The story I've seen before, and come on, Pixar, the standard was high. But anyways, it's time to talk about the forgotten sequel that made a bunch of money, Finding Dory. I'll see you next week for Finding Dory. Anyways, take care, everybody.